One and all, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. My name, of course, is Potato, and we are in a little bit of a new location today. That is because we got a little bit of a strange mission. Right, so we are at the town of Battle, which presumably is a real place, but I've never heard of it, and well, it's in the middle of nowhere, really. The special thing about this area is the sheer number of farms that exist around the town, because we are in need of extra food. We're in need of extra food, and we're in need of extra grain. And what we want to try and do is capitalize on the fact that Battle has a bunch of farms nearby, and ideally we want to, you know, get a whole bunch of grain right over to this food processing plant, and then we want to ship all of the food down the route that the Cross Map Express uses, all the way down to Gravesend, wherein we can add yet more food capacity to the area. Alternatively, I mean, we could just see if we can spread out a little bit more of the food that we have in Gravesend, but you know, we'll do that over the course of this entire video. But anyway, we want to try and get more food and more grain over here, because I think, yep, we are maxed out. We are transporting absolutely everything that we've got to the Gravesend food processing plant. And it's absolutely bananas. But I'm delighted that it's actually working. Anyway, so let's get a sort of a rough, rudimentary little railway supply station set up. I'll sort of show you in my mind what I have in terms of design. Now we need to make sure that whatever service we add to this line over here, it doesn't really interfere too much with the Cross Map Express, the current passenger service that we're actually running. So I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and absolutely plonk down one of the best big old stations that we possibly can. Right over here. We're going to make it two platforms, as that seems to be required. It's also going to be high speed, even though I don't think we're going to need high speed, but we're going to keep one of the tracks really as high speed so that we can easily get onto the track over here and just boom, just be away. That doesn't really make any sense, but hopefully it will. Hopefully it will in time. Anyway, 320 meter long trains. Now, this farm over here, I think we can transport the resources to the food processing plant via truck, because it's just not far enough to warrant a bit of track. But the rest, i.e. that one, well, actually that one can be transported via truck as well. But these two will both need bespoke stations, I suspect. So let's go about sorting that out. This does not need to be high speed station, but it does need to be a single track station. There we go, standard speed, etc, etc, etc. Beautiful. So plonk that down over there, and plonk this down over here as well. Perfect, just like that. And, you know, we'll just get a simple track system. Maybe one of these days we'll eventually create a little sort of passenger stop-off in Battle, but we've already got a passenger stop-off in Hemsworth anyway, so I'm not really super bothered about doing that. Yeah, just regular track from here on up. I mean, 120 mile an hour track would be nice. It's not essential, but it would be nice indeed. Let's make sure that we have the appropriate crossover. I very much suspect that straight from the get-go, we're going to be using electrified locomotives over in this area. Why? Well, at the end of the last episode, we ended up unlocking what I believe to be a pretty darn decent cargo locomotive, and I look forward to using it. Anyway, yeah, so this is one of the missions that we've got today. It's properly growing Gravesend, and we'll probably be required to do a few more bits and bobs around Gravesend, but you know, for now, let's just get this started. There we go, and we'll just get this all the way up here, merge into there. Fantastic. And similarly, beautiful. We'll just connect this up. Connect this up right over there. And we'll see if we can try and get a similar second track. I mean, getting a second track, not really super essential because we are probably only going to be doing one train on each of these tracks anyway. But I always like to double it because it always seems like the right thing to do. If there is, you know, any prospect that we are going to use this track for something else, perhaps we might even use it as a route up to Haywood, because there's a town up there, and it's a fairly substantial town as well, 317 people. Yeah, we could definitely reuse this bit of track, and if we make it double, then it means that we don't have to come back at a later date and sort of redouble it or redual it, whatever. You know, we can just pretty much head off straight away with it. Let me just have a little look at the signaling issues over here. What's the sort of update? Okay, it's this way. Cool. There we go. Fantastic. Just want to make absolutely certain that this is looking all right. And then we'll replicate that same process right over here. Perfect. That should have been one way, but it doesn't really matter. There we go. And these need to be one way as well. Brilliant. Okay, so that's the sort of easy bit done. The sort of other easy bit that we're going to need to do is get a depot over here. Yep. Connect the depot up to the right line. Should appear like magic. Bada bim, bada boom, just like that. Link that up. Fantastic. Okay, grand. Let's sort out before we buy trains. Let's sort out the trucking service, shall we? A truck station, modular truck station. I really do feel like I need to expand on the whole modularity of the truck stations. We don't really have any sort of central truck stations as of yet. Tram track, no, don't need to worry about tram track. Platforms, right. Just go one on one, that's fine. Yeah, I feel like I need to expand. I feel like I need to expand my sort of modular truck systems. Let's make this out here. And the last one. Yeah, I absolutely don't want to get rid of any fields, that's for sure. Now we're going to have to link everything up. Link everything up. Nice and simply, with just some brand new road. Wonderful. It doesn't need to look pretty, it just needs to work. Fantastic. So literally that will be it. I could get how do I get this road upgraded? Oh yeah, this one. I remember now. There we go. Get that upgraded. Make it all look reasonably consistent. Reasonably nice. There we go. Make the whole rest of the road look nice. Cool. Okay, so now we're gonna need 3 routes. We're gonna need, in fact, we're gonna need 4 routes. So this is gonna be called Battle for Food. Battle for Diouf. Battle for Diouf. Yeah, let's use that. It's food, but backwards. Battle for Diouf. Number 1. Brilliant. Line 1 over here. Not entirely sure why we've got that. Oh, we'll create that line again, apparently. Cool. Great. So this is Battle for Diouf. Number 2. That's not how you... That's not what I wanted to do. Battle for Diouf. There we go. Hashtag 2. Not Battle for Diouf. Apostrophe 2. And then we're going to have to get Battle for Diouf 3. There we go. Battle for Diouf 3. Brilliant. And then Battle for Diouf 4. Okay, fantastic. So just like that, we've ended up sorting out 4 brand new routes. Still need to buy ourselves a road depot. Whap it down over there, why don't you? Wonderful. And then buy some vehicles. We will get... Tarpaulin truck. We'll get this. We'll get the Ford Model 77. And we'll buy 20 trucks for each, shall we? Yeah, 2 million worth of trucks on Battle for Diouf 1. Why is it? Why is it that the noises seem so unbelievably loud? Let me go into audio. Sound effects. There we go. Bump that down to 2. See if that makes any difference to the loudness of the situation. And then the Battle for Diouf 2 route. It's a little bit more appealing, isn't it? Battle for Diouf 2 needs a few more bits and bobs. And then let's have a little look at buying some trains. Now, I did say from the get-go I wanted to go fully electric. The AE47. I thought there was. Oh no, it was diesel. Oh yes, this is the first diesel locomotive. This is absolutely what I wanted. Absolutely what I wanted. It looks like a cargo wagon vehicle thing. We're gonna need to cargo vehicle wagon thing. Yeah, just roll with it, folks. It looks fine. Looks absolutely fine for our purposes. Let me see. I'll get as many of these gondolas as I possibly can, up to a length of 360 or 320 meters. There we go. There we go. Yeah, 290, that seems fine. And then one of those. 307. In fact, maybe I can get yet another cargo wagon. That would be really, really cool. Not a boxcar, just a single gondola, thanks. There we go. Okay. It's got poor acceleration. Maybe I can do one better. What if I was to add some more wagons? Mediocre. It would be mediocre. You know what? Let me just leave it as poor. I'm not entirely sure that we're giving it anywhere near enough capacity or enough. Not sure that we're giving it enough power in order to do the job that I'm asking it to do. But we're going to give it a shot, you know? We're going to give it a shot. Anyway, you are going to be stuck on Battle for Diouf 3. And let's have a little look to see if that actually works. That train did end up costing 23 million, even though the train locomotive part itself ended up costing remarkably little. Right, so you're traveling at 19 kilometers an hour at the moment. You've got a capacity of 432. Now, the great thing about having such a short locomotive is that a capacity of 432 is very, very appealing, in fact. In fact, it's so appealing that I think it actually might just be too much. I mean, when are we ever really going to require a capacity of 432? I mean, look at the size of this train. Yeah, this is a bit obscene, actually. This is a bit obscene. Also, I've just realized. Let me have a little look. Okay, it looks like the... Yeah, it looks like the trains are all pathing properly. I just wanted to make absolutely certain that everything was pathing as it should be. Also, I'm going to need to make sure that I use the Battle for Diouf 3 and Battle for Diouf 4. Yeah, they can't use different different sides of the terminal. There we go. They both need to use Terminal 1 or Terminal 2. And in this case, they both ended up using Terminal 2, I think. Anyway, how fast are you traveling? 36 kilometers per hour? Your max speed is 80 kilometers per hour. This is a reasonably flat bit of grassland area, so I would kind of expect it to work just fine. Okay, you know what? Maybe that'll be better than I expect. Maybe it'll actually work. Cool. Cool. Okay, let's take out further loans, further extensive loans. But this is not going to be for the other Battle for Diouf line. There we go. This is going to be for the other more important route that we are going to need to add capacity for. This is going to be for the route all the way down to Gravesend. Now, there is something that worries me about the situation in Gravesend, the food situation in Gravesend. I mean, in the first instance, right? I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, this ridiculously old Baldwin's 6 wheels wagon thing. Condition is very bad. The emissions are very, very bad. Let me see if I can configure the maintenance. There we go. Let's stick that up to as max as it possibly can be. But the town has grown so much since the last time that we actually saw it. I'm beginning to think that that all of these commercial buildings which are actually demanding food, they aren't actually within range of the station, I don't believe. Yeah, they're not actually within range of the station, which is a bit of a problem. And by a bit of a problem, I mean quite a large problem, in fact, because they're just not getting their food. Okay, now we've got 2 options here. One of the options is that I say we've got 2 options. We have, you know, there's a fact of life. The fact of life is that we need to transport the goods via train to Gravesend because they're coming all the way from Battle, which is miles and miles and miles and miles and miles away in the other direction over there. However, we could set up a brand new out-of-town bespoke station. If we set up a brand new sort of goods station on the outskirts of town over here, perhaps over here, you know, maybe we could plumb that into the network, and we just have that sort of station right over there, and then we ship the goods into town or into this side of town via truck. Or alternatively, we can muck around with the station in Gravesend and make sure that we get a truck depot next to the Gravesend Station, with which we can disperse the goods to the commercial buildings. I think I favor. I mean, well, both plans have inherent advantages and disadvantages. I kind of like the idea of Gravesend Station being sort of a catch-all station for absolutely all cargo that is coming to Gravesend. It just makes sense, you know. It makes sense. It seems realistic. It seems nice, and it seems proper. However, the emissions will be large, and I don't like that. However, I think we just need to go for it. So let's find somewhere to stick down a truck depot. I think, to be honest, in this area, that would work pretty darn well. Now, I was talking a little bit earlier about how I need to capitalize on the fact that I don't really use the truck depots to their fullest capability at present. I feel like now is my time. Now is my time to prove that I am more than meets the eye. We're going to put down a massive truck depot. Can I? Yeah, we'll put down a massive truck depot right over here. We'll remove that one building only. And then we will get a street to link up there. And instantly, that should link up. Yeah, that should link up the whole station, which is fantastic. That's really, 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 really good. I also want to create a brand new route, a brand new bit of road around here. Yep, fantastic. And I want to create a little bridge over this fairly busy junction. Too much slope. Any way that I can not make that too much slope? $60km/h speed limit. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't even need to necessarily be a bridge. Could just be a crossing. Anyway, the whole reason behind this is that it means that we don't have to drive through town. Don't have to drive through the sort of center of town in order to deliver the goods to this area over here. So that's what we'll do. I would like to set up a brief little route. Now, we've got Breadliest Catch already that comes into that area. I need to, what am I talking about? I need to get a truck unload stop down over here. Perfect. Truck unload stop right over there. Grand. Line 1 And line 2. Cool. I don't like how it comes back that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a... Just briefly set up a little marker over here. Yeah, 2 little markers, in fact. Just to make sure that we absolutely use everything as it should. So there, come down to that one. Brilliant. Across to there. And back. Back at that waypoint. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You know, driving around the block over there, that's fine. I can just about live with that. That's absolutely okay. Okay. Grant. With that, we should be reasonably well equipped to start sending a bunch of goods over here. There's a Gravesend Road Depot, which is... I mean, it wasn't in the center of town when I set it up, but now it is. Anyway, we'll get these guys. In fact, no, we'll get... Yeah, it's got to be these guys, because these guys don't take bread. We'll get 10. 10 of those, and we'll stick them on line 1, which is going to be renamed Even Breadlier. In brackets, catch. Doesn't really make sense, but I wanted to ensure that the legacy of Breadliest Catch lived on. Anyway, so that's sorted. We should now start to see a whole bunch of resources start to appear over at the Gravesend Sidings area, and then they should be transported right on over to Victoria Road. So that should be wonderful. Anyway, let's head back on over to battle, shall we? Where the battle commences. No, not at all. Where are we? Nowhere near, as it turns out. Well, reasonably near. That's not too shabby. Okay, how much junk are we... I mean, how much food are we making? Yeah, we're not doing too badly. Okay, cool. Well, let's start laying out the second part of the process. I made this station high speed, but it didn't really need to be high speed, did it? Yeah, probably just needed to be regular track. Probably just needed to be regular track, but that's fine. Okay, so up this way and into there. Fantastic. Just using regular track, although I am pretty convinced that this entire area is going to get upgraded to high-speed track. Maybe not soon, maybe not super soon, but definitely at some point it'll all become high speed. Okay, one way, yes, brilliant. Okay, now we're not going to skimp on the trains that will travel from battle food processing all the way up to Gravesend. We're going to make sure that they are the best of the best of the best. Also, I'm going to need to reorganize the sidings in Gravesend because they're a little bit messy. Let me set up the route first. Right, battle down to Gravesend. Yeah, see, look, it's coming down the non-high speed route. And I really don't want that. I really do not want that at all. In fact, I feel like this is a great excuse to start thinking about like a high speed bypass for Shifnal, because at the moment we don't have a high speed bypass. We only have, you know, sort of a terminal station. We don't have any trains that pass through Shifnal at high speed. We don't have a route for trains which come past Shifnal at high speed but don't actually stop. If trains want to stop in Shifnal, then that's great. We've got all the capacity in the world for them. But we don't have any capacity for trains that don't stop. Now, super high-speed bridges just don't cut it, I'm afraid. So I think maybe what we could think about is a tunnel. Yeah. Unbelievably, I do think a tunnel would be best. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it high speed, or as high speed as I possibly can. Yeah, see if we can try and Construction's not possible. Collision the whole darn way. Alright. Let's start further back then. Man, you really do not like... Really do not like this track, do you? I mean, we need to just have a very, very gradual... A very, very gradual curve to ensure that we don't have any slowdown. And I do want to make sure that it is high speed. Now, the alternative is that we just drag from, like, this point here. But I really don't want to... This bit of track is specifically for the passenger service. What about we start way further back? Still having collisions. Is it because of the change in height? Is that what it is? Is that the problem here? Right, well, we're clearly not going to get our 300 miles an hour, but you know what? 209 just isn't that bad. And it needs to start decreasing in elevation anyway, so we'll do that. We'll do that at the same time. Where does the track actually split? Is it over here? Right, 206. 206 and 209. Again, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally fine. Okay, so we've given ourselves plenty of run up. Plenty of run up to the water, to the watery area, the river, as it is otherwise known. Let's do that. Okay, and then we need to start going down, not like that, like this. Wonderful. Brilliant. And is that even gonna... That is gonna curve around. It's not gonna curve around at anywhere near of a sharp enough angle for us, unfortunately, though. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Okay, what does that leave us with? Bridge pillar collision. I mean, that is unbelievably bad. Does this not go deep enough? I don't think it goes deep enough. Yeah, it straight up just doesn't go deep enough. Wow. Let me have a little look at the contour lines. Yeah, so this is a particularly deep bit of lake, which means that we're going to have to go deeper. Either that, or we just bite the bullet and sort of terraform the land and create somewhat of a land bridge. I don't like that idea. Let me just see if we've gone deep enough with this track over here. Yeah, we've not even gone deep enough with this track over there either. And what the game's presumably trying to do is render out the track underwater, which is, I mean, totally unacceptable. We would need to go a heck of a lot deeper in order to make that happen. Okay, so I think what we need to do is just sort of just bite the metaphorical bullet. Biting the bullet is almost always metaphorical. I say almost always because you gotta allow for, you know, edge cases. But we're biting the metaphorical bullet because let's be real, we're not going to be able to faff around and make that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend probably far too much on trying to terraform. There we go. That looks kind of freaky, but that's fine. Oh, this is gonna cost me such a large amount of money. Oh, I almost don't even want to do this. Thing is, though, if I build a bridge, right? If I build a bridge, it's gonna cost me a heck of a lot of money. Look, you know what? Potato. Stop being an idiot. Just build the bridge. Just build the flipping bridge, okay? 2 million. That's fine. You know, I have raised a little bit of land, but let's be real. It's only a very, very tiny little bit of land. We're not going to get the 300 kilometer per hour speeds that I'm after. But, again, does it really matter? Not really. Not really at all. Right. Ditch all that. Okay. Yeah, as long as we get decent speeds, I'm not going to worry too much. Okay, and now let's see how much this ridiculously expensive structure costs. 1.7 million to double it. That's actually not too bad. I was expecting a little bit worse. Okay, fine. Right, we've got a proper high-speed bypass now, which will absolutely completely bypass shift null. I mean, look, that is the very definition of a compromise route. I mean, there were so many compromises made over the course of that entire operation that I can't help but feel unhappy. But you know, compromise is on the whole good. I mean, it leads us forward, right? So yeah, that's pretty important that we get that done. I want to make sure that we have a appropriate building this in this location. By the way, really rather stupid. I want to make sure that we have an appropriate route to get into town center in every goods station, because now we can only access. Well, we can access all platforms in the station bar 1, which is actually fine with that little connection piece over there. So yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, this whole area is going to need to be redone, but it'll need to be redone later. Yeah, there's no way that it can be done now. Absolutely no way that it can be done now, because it's going to require a whole heck of a lot of redesign, but it's fine. Anyway, it allows us to link up the high-speed connections to the cargo stations, which is pretty important. Okay, cool. So does that redraw the route more appealingly? It does, actually. It does. It really does. We still, however, need to create a high-speed crossover point over here. And we'll create a crossover point right over there as well. And that should allow us... Yeah, that should allow us to use both sides. Fantastic. And we're using a platform that has previously been completely unused as well. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, I mean, look, I can't really be unhappy with that. Battle Diouf. No, I spelled Diouf wrong. I spelled it food. Battle Diouf to Gravesend. Brilliant. Right, get that done. And let's equip the best and the fastest electric locomotives to go along this route, even though half of it's high speed, half of it's not. High speed track, that is. The whole thing is in spirit, really, high speed. Right, let's go about buying a vehicle. We've got 27 million to spend on it. I honestly am not convinced that that is going to be enough, but hey ho. We're going to get one of these. Excellent. Fantastic. Right. 12 million. Yeah, it's got to be the MLIW thing. It's got to be that, because we don't want to slow down the other train. The Cross Map Express. It's bringing in too much money. Right. Let's add on a whole bunch of this. How much is this going to set me back? 28 million. 30 million. 29 million for the set that I'm after. And we've got the money to do it right now, so why don't we do it? Yeah, let's just do it. It's mediocre. It's mediocre. Top speed for slopes. Flat is 80 kilometers per hour. I don't like that. I think that maybe we should shoot for something a little bit faster. Let me ditch ditch a couple of wagons and see if we can stick on another electric locomotive. Okay, so that bumps it up to good. What are the speeds now? Top speed for slopes. You know what? I think we'll leave it with good. We'll stick on one of these AE47 things. We could stick on another MLIW class thing. You know what? No. Look, let's just live dangerously. I'm going to live dangerously. We're going to live on the edge. We're going to leave it with just one single... We're going to leave it with just one single wagon. Sure. Get that in, and let's get that stuck into that line. Fantastic. I do want to make a slight amendment to that line. First of all, it's probably... What's up? No routes. Could not connect all stations. Okay. Why is that the case? Yeah, we want you to be traveling from Terminal 1. Yeah, why is this not possible? It should be possible. Great question. I thought we had it. Platform 4 in Gravesend. No, 3 in Gravesend. Yeah. Why is this not possible? Let me try again. Once the autosave is done. Line contains too few stations. I know. I'm fixing it. I'm in the process of fixing it. Okay, platform 3, brilliant. All the way back along to battle now. Could not connect all the stations. Why is this the case? I don't see any issues immediately off the bat. I mean, why don't we have a little look down the track? Okay, train 37 reports the following problems. Where's train 37? Train 37 is over here. And it's not all electrified, apparently. No electric path. The entirety of this bit that I've just built should be electrified. Yep, we should come down this way. Let me have a little look at the signals. Yeah, that links up. That links up fine. There we go. That's good. And over here. There we go. I'm pretty sure it was working. But now it's not. For some obscure reason. And now we can't find a path to the area that we want to go to. I have absolutely no idea what's changed. Because it was working. And that doesn't change anything. Yeah, I'm stumped, really. Oh, is it the electrification over here? Is that what the issue is? Is that the issue? I think that might be the issue. Let's give that a shot, shall we? There we go. Okay. It's a little bit sluggish. But it should. Theoretically. Yeah. Come on. There we go. What do you know? It actually works. Wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Okay, Station 3, perfect. That's grand. That looks like it works. An absolute dream. I'm grand. I'm very, very, very happy that that actually worked. Because if it wasn't the electrification, then I have absolutely no idea what I would have done. Also, I'm going to change the color of this line just a little bit. I'm going to change it to orange because the Cross Map Express is also similarly, or it was similarly, a burgundy color. Okay. In battle, we need to absolutely wait for a full load. I'm going to put the maximum waiting time up to 10 minutes because, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we can wait. The train is ridiculously long. Okay. Now let's see this this grand plan come together. Here's hoping that the train is going to be powerful enough to pull this colossal load all the way to the end in, you know, in decent time. I think, honestly, having longer trains, probably for the best. Probably for the best. Alright. Grand. How's our jumbo train doing over here? It's got 48 food. Well, that is distinctly disappointing. In fact, that's very, very disappointing. But you know what? Anything is a start, and that's fine. That's totally fine. And we're actually bringing in sort of ready-made food this time, as opposed to just bringing in the grain, which is what we could do, but would also be a bit more irritating. 500 grand, that's not bad. Wonderful, and then that's going to be turned into food imminently. Man, this is going to cost me. This is going to cost me an absolute arm and a leg until this area is up and running properly. Boy, oh boy, is it going to cost me a lot of money. In fact, it might even be acceptable for me in the short term, rather than transporting the grain from Haywood Farm in a train, I could transport it in truck form. If I did that, would you hate me? The reason that I ask is because it's going to be a while before I have that money to buy another train. It literally is going to take me a decent length of time to reaccumulate all of this money. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let me battle for Diouf 4. Let me retry that. There we go. We're actually going to go through. Oh, it's going to take ages. It's going to take ages to do this, but it's fine. It's going to take ages to transport the resources, is what I was going to say. A Fuso B54, B56 bus even, B54. What am I talking about? Right, and let's get 30 trucks for this route here. Wowzers! I don't even have enough money for that. Where did all my money disappear to? That ain't super hot. That's not super hot at all. Yeah, give me 20 if I can't buy... Oh no, I can buy 30 now. There we go, buy 30, stick it on, battle for Dufour. Brilliant. Okay, battle for Dufour is underway. Here's hoping that we're gonna be able to cope with the demand. Battle for Doufs are losing a lot of money. We need to set off the train. We need to set off the big expensive train. Okay, let's go. Let's go and do this. I'm gonna tell you to go... No. Yeah, there you go. Go to Gravesend. Go to Gravesend and let's see how fast you're able to accelerate. To be honest, I don't actually think that we're gonna have an issue getting up to the appropriate speed. This thing can go. This thing can absolutely go. Yeah, I don't think there is any issues with this. As long as the journey is completely unimpeded all the way to Gravesend. Oh, we can only get up to 80 kilometers per hour because of the carriages. Of course, I completely forgot. Is there any carriage that we have that can go up to a higher speed than that? I'm like 90% sure it can't. Yeah, these box cars These boxcars only do 80. That's such a waste. That's such a waste, and that's so irritating as well, because that's gonna be different speeds of trains on the track, which is what I really didn't want. What I wanted, what I was really, 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 really wanting. See, look. Yeah. Pause. What I was really, really, really wanting was to have a train that you know, that could go. All the trains that ran on this track would go at 120 kilometers per hour. That was sort of the plan. Yeah. And you're only able to go at 80 kilometers per hour. Well, I mean, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. But, you know, it's kind of a little oversight, you know, on my behalf. But it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't sort of change the mechanics of anything too much. Tell you what, Stoned is doing fantastically. We are pretty horrifically in debt at the moment, but I'm actually making money. Yeah, I'm not doing too badly. I feel fairly in control of my own destiny, which is, of course, the main thing. The good news is that we're exactly 100 kilometers per hour off from hitting the maximum speed of this white steel bridge over here, which is fine. Oh no! Why are we not able to? We need to install some more signals over here. Except I don't have the money for that. Wowzers. So we're gonna have to wait until we have more money before placing a few more signals. That kind of sucks. I feel like signals really should be free, or they should come from like a different budget, because they're like an efficiency. They're an efficiency feature, you know? Man, we are 10 million in the hole, on top of the existingly huge pile of debt that we have. It's all battle for Diouf expenses, isn't it? It's all the battle for Diouf expenses. Man, this is right. You know what? Let's borrow a bunch of cash, literally, so I can get just 300 and something thousand, so I can buy a few more signals for this ridiculously long train route. Didn't really want to have signals on the main line, but I mean, if needs must, right? Then needs must. Okay. Right. So now we are literally at the extent of the fullest extent of our credit facilities. We can make a couple of repayments, but you know, from here on out, we're at the mercy of our creditors. How's even Goodlier doing? It could be doing better, although so could everything right now. Let's be real, so could everything. Let's get Shifney, making me a heck of a lot of money, which is wonderful. I'm just waiting for the train 37, the Battle Diouf to Gravesend. That's right, already cost me 4.5 million, has not made me a single penny. I'm waiting for it to get into the station as quickly as possible, please. And I know when I say as quickly as possible, I actually mean, you know, slower than the average train. Which is irritating, but hey-ho. That is what it is, eh? Condition of train 17 is very poor. Ah, such is life, such is life. How's First Flight doing? Also poorly. Although, in saying that, even Goodlier, I feel, is not doing too badly, which is fine. Right, come on. Come on, just get into this, just get into the station. Oh no. I've missed something else. You know what else I've missed? The length of the station in Gravesend. It's nowhere near long enough. It's nowhere near long enough for the train. Oh, this is a problem. Is it going to be able to unload its cargo? I don't even know. This is a good experiment, isn't it? Okay, but we need to definitely get rid of half of these carriages. Okay, 2.3 million. Lovely. I'm delighted that that is actually making me money. Cool. And are you able to turn around properly? You are actually able to turn around properly. However, your length does need to be altered. It's unavoidable. Yeah, let's edit the selected vehicle, and let's just get rid of half of these trucks. We'll just bring it down to an appropriate 155 meter length train. There we go. Give me 8 million back. Fantastic. So that, I mean, that is a sad looking train. That is a sad looking train. But it will be able to go very, very fast, which is great. I'm very excited about it. But it does make me very, very sad. Also, you know what I've just realized? I don't actually have any trucks on even breadlier, which I should probably think about fixing. There we go. Just give me, like, I don't know, 5 trucks, maybe. Stick them onto even breadlier catch. Oh, maybe I've already got trucks on even breadlier catch. I've already got trucks on even breadlier catch. What am I even worried about? All right, that was a complete mind blank. Okay, fine. Just, you know, get rid of 5 trucks then. Yeah, sell the selected vehicles. There we go. Okay, just give me all that money right back. Okay, good. Well, thankfully, it looks like we're going to be just fine. Although this, let's get Shifney. See, this is the problem. Let's get Shifney is now going to be impeded by the ridiculously slow train. That's darned irritating. Anyway, give me some good news, video game. How much food do we have waiting in battle, or next to battle food processing plant? How many have we got? How much food have we got? We've got no food coming in on this train. Wowzers. Okay. That's a problem. It's a leaving train. That's less of a problem. Less of a problem. I mean, I think we should be fine. I think we'll be ready for an upgrade fairly soon. I'm also thinking that we should be able to very, very soon be able to unlock a whole bunch of carriages that carry goods at a sufficiently high speed to run on our main line. Right, Cross Map Express looking fine. Well, it's not looking fine. It's looking rusty as all heck, but that's all right. How's Let's Get Shifney doing? Is it on the way back? It's not on the way back yet. That's fine. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. You fly at 200 kilometers per hour? Do you carry passengers? I think you do carry passengers. Well, let's have a little look, shall we? We've already deployed these guys. Cargo capacity is 10. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so the Vickers Victorias are all going to get replaced. All going to get replaced with bigger and better cargo planes. What am I doing? I need to go to here. I need to go to here instead, actually. And I need to go to even goodlier. All of these vehicles get replaced. Replace selected vehicles with I can't do it because I don't have the money. Brilliant. Wait a minute. What? Wait, what? Have we got some... Wait, what? Did you see what I just saw? Junkers JU52. Oh, wait. Half of them got replaced and then half of them didn't get replaced? Oh, okay. I guess half of them got replaced and then half of them didn't get replaced. Okay, so that's fine. So we've got a couple of, yeah, Junkers right here. Junkers. We got a couple of them. We just didn't have the finances to replace them all. I mean, that's fine. That's completely okay. Yeah, I'm entirely chill about that that whole thing. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. That's cool. Man, these guys really need to be upgraded. 20 kilometers per hour. That is pretty inefficient. How's our goods train doing? 136. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Let's get Shifney. Yep, that's doing good speed on the high-speed track. You should be able to just fly through here. Yep, grand. Okay, wonderful. Looks like the Cross-Map Express, looks like Let's Get Shifney haven't been too adversely impacted by the Battle for Diouf train, which is still very, very sluggish, but it is what it is, right? 41 food waiting. Is that it? I feel like we can do a bit better than that. But, you know, we're transporting everything in fairly reasonable quantities. The only thing that we're after, really, is just more food. We just need to transport more food, and then we're sorted. It's just so slow. It's just so slow, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. There's diddly squat that your boy Potato can actually do about the current situation. Tell you what, though. Happily enough, able to pay off all of my debt. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I'm able to sit here and remark about how unbelievably happy I am. You're waiting for a free path. Oh, that's irritating. That's irritating. That's irritating. I can't even place down a signal. Can't even place down a signal to tell the train you're able to come. Yeah. Well, you know what? The Cross-Map Express is just gonna have to exist in that little weird bubble for a little while longer, I'm afraid. It's very rare, very, very rare that we're gonna have it's very rare that we're gonna have the Battle Diouf to Gravesend actually in play, but you know, it is gonna be a fairly regular occurrence, I would say. Yeah, how's my oil route doing? My fueling Cotsgrave route? I didn't really check up on it much. My goodness, look at how ridiculously well it's doing. I'm delighted, I tell you. I should probably change this over to a diesel locomotive, but that's totally fine. Also, let me have a little look at the Burnley sawmill. That's looking good. That's looking very, very good, if I do say so myself. Wonderful to see. Wonderful to see. Looks like the better than Planky Supply is also looking pretty darn good. Woodley should be making money. In fact, yeah, all the trains should be completely filled to the brim with wood. Look at that! Oh, that is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we're in a sufficiently good state here. In fact, we're in such a good state that I too think that this area should have a proper upgrade. If not getting better steam locomotives, definitely getting properly electric locomotives. The specific electric locomotive that I'm thinking of, you know, the short little stubby one, which we've already purchased one of, would be perfect for this very occasion. Also, how are we doing? Whoa, 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 whoa! Demolishing a residential building to build a bigger residential building, presumably. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's fine. Looks like Burnley's having a bit of a population explosion, really. I say that at the moment, it's not. It's actually decreasing. The number of stations that we have is just good. Do we need more stations, or do we need fewer stations? I don't actually know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just thinking aloud here. Yeah. Look at how ridiculously slow these trains are. Look at how slow these trains are. We need to overhaul that. Should we overhaul that now? I mean, how much would that actually cost? It would cost me, the locomotive that I'm looking to buy, I think costs about 8 million. Yeah, the locomotive that I'm looking to buy costs 1.6 million. That's an absolute bargain. Oh my goodness. Right. Let me take out a 30 million loan, or a roughly 30 million loan. Not even a 30 million loan. A 16 million loan. That seems totally adequate. Let me have a little look at the routes that we're currently running the old trains on. Yeah, both Woodley. Let me edit the selected vehicles. Fantastic. Ditch that. Add that. Ditch that. Add that. That will still make everything mediocre. Hold on. Let me try that again. So at the moment it's poor, but it'll be upgraded to mediocre. Fantastic. That's exactly what I like to see. Okay. 3 million for both the upgrades to those trains. Oh, look, the icon even changes. I didn't even realize, but that's a diesel. That's a diesel locomotive right there. That's pretty darn cool. Okay. What are the emissions, actually? What are the emissions like for the diesel locomotives? I guess we'll see when we upgrade the better than Planky Supply, which we're going to do the exact same thing on. Edit the selected vehicles. Okay, ditch both of those. Add that. Add that. Grand. Wagons. Wagons need to be upgraded as well to proper high-speed wagons. What's the difference? This one is better, right? Yeah, kinda. It's limited to 50 kilometers per hour. We're not gonna get above 50 kilometers per hour anyway. But you know what? Let's not worry about changing this too much. As long as we're able to. But you see, the capacity on this is pretty abysmal. So let me change the capacity and add these fantastic wagons in. Look at that. So that's just a heck of a lot more capacity. Yeah, let's just make this the default wagon type. Uh-oh. I don't like how much this is going to cost me, though. Oh, boy. Now the acceleration is similarly back down to poor. Okay, look. Just let's literally just change. Literally just change the locomotives. I realize that's a little bit of a poor solution, but let's be real, these trains are never really going to get up to 35 kilometers per hour anyway. Or at 80 kilometers per hour anyway. So I think that'll be fine. Also, you know what we should do, which I should have done a while ago. We should take out another loan. Yep. And configure this station. Yeah, nice and slowly, just the way that I like it. Wonderful. Yeah, oh, come on. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Fantastic, great. And then we can link this. We can link this up to here. Yep. Oh, stupidly, I didn't mean to keep the electrified lines. We don't need them. Yep. And yep. Fantastic. So, what we're going to do is we're not going to change Woodley. We're going to change better than Planky Supply. And we're going to change that to this station over here at Burnley Central. We're going to change it to number 1. So now Woodley's got its own station. And so does Better Than Planky Supply, and so does Better Than Planky Supply as well. That's right. I said it right the first time as well. Okay, this does not need to be one way. It needs to be in there. Brilliant. Okay, so let's see if this works. Let's see if this improves efficiency somewhat. Better Than Planky Supply, and because we've only got 2 locomotives on each line, we shouldn't really have an issue with any trains queuing, because there'll always be one at this station and always be one at the other station. So we should be able to get the cargo where it needs to go just a heck of a lot quicker. There we go. Looks to me to be working absolutely adequately. No issues here whatsoever. You never know, we might run into a few issues later down the line. But I hope not. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, better than Planky Supply. Did need to wait for a little second there, but not for too long. Okay. Woodley needs to wait for a little bit. That's fine. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I do like these diesel locomotives. That's pretty darn cool. Okay. And now you zip down here. And now you're out. Brilliant. Yep, no issues there whatsoever. I'm sure that there's probably a more efficient way of doing this in terms of allocating stations to specific lines. But, you know, I'm happy with it for now. I mean, if I really wanted to improve the efficiency, I could... tell you what I can do. There we go. Do that there. And then ditch that signal right there. Perfect. If I really wanted to improve the efficiency, what I could do is make this station a through station, so we can have a little loop at the end. But I don't really think that we require that. Yeah, I do feel like just with those brand new locomotives, especially for the Woodley routes, the route that there's further to travel, I do feel like we're making a pretty big difference, in the efficiency. Yeah, for sure. The next stage is going to be upgrading the wagon types so that they work just that little bit better. But I mean, look, for now, I think I can be pretty satisfied at the outcome here. Yeah, that ain't half bad. That ain't half bad at all. I'm very, very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Let me just go and have another little look over at Battle for Diouf. That's right, it's Battle for Diouf, the home of all things Doofy. How are things looking over here? 78 out of 84 food, and then another 84 food which needs to be allocated. Man, this sucks. This really sucks. And we're just losing so many millions just waiting in a train station. Okay, let's change the route around a little bit. Let's change the route to just deliver whenever it has any level of cargo, so that we're actually increasing our shipping and transport values over here, so that we can actually upgrade Battle Food Processing Plant. Battle Food Processing Plant. That's right, it's food specifically prepared for battles. The point that I'm trying to make is that the only way that we can make this process economically viable is by increasing the level of Battle Food Processing Plant. The only way that we can increase the level of Battle Food Processing Plant is by transporting more goods to where they need to go to. Haywood is another option, actually. There's food over at Haywood, which we could deliver to, but I don't really think that I care that much about doing that. Yeah, I think we just need to wait until we get the next level of cargo vehicles, cargo trucks. If we're able to get the next level of cargo wagons, then that will make everything a heck of a lot easier. The passenger service, the goods services, honestly, not super unhappy with the way that that's working. First Flight probably should think about selling this vehicle. Yeah, you're gonna get sold, my friend. I do need to sell a couple of these. I feel like I'm not adequately using all of the cargo capacity on the... I say cargo capacity, human cargo capacity. Where is First Flight? First Flight. 16 out of 55. Yeah, even Goodlier, I feel like I'm not doing badly on even Goodlier, but could be doing better. Especially now that I've got upgraded planes, I should probably sell off half of them. That maybe is an idea, but definitely First Flight needs to be trimmed down just a little bit. But you know, I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, even Goodlier waits for a full load at Gravesend exchange, which I think is fine. I would like to build a bit of a bigger airport, but But I can't. I can't really. I can't. I can only build one type of airport at the moment, and that's, you know, a configurable airport which can be configured for either passenger or cargo traffic. And I've just so happened to have mine configured for both. It's fine. It's fine. 10 goods. Yeah, I tell you what, the people that live over on this side of the city, probably not a huge fan of me, to be honest. Probably not a huge fan of me. Also, how's our island getaway route doing? It seems to be doing pretty darn well, to be honest. Shockingly, it seems to be making bank. Yeah, seems to be doing really, really well. Yeah, tramming on a lonely island seems to be losing a ridiculously large amount of money. Doesn't really seem to matter. I don't particularly care. Not at all, actually. As long as I'm making a reasonable amount of money, then I'm pretty okay with it. I made 25 million in 1 year. Pretty sure most of that was because of debt. I don't know how loans actually work into the financial figures. The financial figures, is there any other type of figures? I don't actually know. Look, the network is looking slow, and it needs a lot of money. It needs a bunch of money invested in it. But apart from that, you know, I think it's actually looking okay. It's actually looking just fine. Speaking of upgrades, actually, which no one was speaking of, how are we doing? How are we doing at the oil refinery? And how am I doing in terms of boats? I feel like I could definitely be doing better in terms of boats. 130 oil. I also feel like I could be doing better in terms of oil. Plasticier, fantasticier. Ship 5, you got 25 goods. Oh, Bodie McBoatface. Bodie McBoatface really has seen better days. Plasticier, fantasticier probably needs to be expanded. As Staffucheisen. Yeah. Why don't we get one of these? Why don't we see if we get one of these? Transport some of the cargo. Oh, yeah, joke's on me. We can't actually do that because I don't have anywhere near enough money. To be honest, I'm not particularly worried about it. Not particularly worried about it. I think boats can overtake in the water. I presume that they can overtake in the water. I don't actually know if that's a thing. I hope that they're able to overtake. Because otherwise, we're probably wasting a heck of a lot of capacity. And you know, it just so happens that there's not been plastic collected for a little while. I think actually it looks like a little bit of a worse situation than it actually is. Yeah, I think everything's actually fine. I think everything's totally fine in the world of plastic production and whatnot. I mean, this area looks, this plastic refinery looks good. How are the goods doing over here? We've got 3,600 plastic stored. Right. Okay, so we need more iron ore. We need more coal ore. We need more coal ore. Okay, Coleori. Let me change Coleori to... Zero new vehicles are available. Okay. That is definitely a vehicle, and that is definitely a super high-speed vehicle. That looks like a replacement for the Cross-Map Express if ever I saw one. Okay, literally stall bridge to upper stall bridge. There we go. Stall bridge to upper stall bridge. Let's get you to do... Let's get Coleori to just do... to do coal. Yeah, forget everything else. You're literally just going to do coal from now on, buddy. And you're just going to do iron ore. Iron ore is literally only going to be concerned with iron ore. Brilliant. Otherwise, we're gonna forever be having issues. Anyway, yeah, that brand new train. Let me see if I can find the Cross-Map Express and see if we can get it upgraded. Right, Cross-Map Express. Where are you, train 28? Bzoom. Right down here. Yeah, you look like you've seen better days. How much is this vehicle actually worth? It's still worth 4 million at 20 years old. I mean, that's really good, to be honest. What was the operational lifespan of this thing? It wasn't that long. I think it was like 12 years or something. It was 20 years. Okay, so it's actually just coming up for renewal. Well, I think this is a good opportunity, really, to see it replaced. Multiple units. Okay, so this has got a capacity of 52. Oh man, I wish I could break down the units and make it into, because that's got a capacity of 52, but I'd love to get more. I'd love to get 2 back to back. 2 vehicles to be replaced. 2 vehicles to replace 1. To be honest, that's actually probably not a super bad idea. Let's try and do that. Let's replace the Cross Map Express with a more regular sort of double service. There we go. Wowzers! Look at that. It looks like a Cyberman. Oh, that is spectacular. Train 28, 1978. It's got 52 passengers. Bloomin' heck, this is a beast. Absolute beast. Right, where are you? You're just down the road. And you're just waiting for a free path. That's totally fine. Cool. Very, very cool indeed. And this thing can get up to 177 kilometers per hour as well, which is absolutely beastly. Do you know what that means, though? That means that we're going to have to introduce a brand new high-speed line. Brand new high-speed line right here. Yeah, as soon as the autosave finishes. And that wasn't even the right type of track. We need to do high-speed line. Yes. Brilliant. Perfect. Oh, come on. Come on now. Come on. There is a water issue here. There we go. Raise it up just a little bit. Should allow us to build out. Fantastic. And we build along here. Build along here. Build along here. Yep. Because now that we've got more than one train running on this line, we're going to have to make sure that we have ample capacity to make it work. And you know what? We're going to just follow the same pattern that we've sort of built before. We'll do that. And cool. So I think this connection can be destroyed. Yep, fine. And then this connection needs to be enabled. Right? There we go. Wonderful. We want it to be as gradual as possible. Preferably above 177 kilometers per hour. And that shouldn't really interfere. Yeah, that shouldn't really interfere with the speed of anything. Also, the Zephyr, the train that we've just bought for the Cross Map Express. Where's the second one? Yeah, you're traveling at 105 kilometers at present. Now, if I'm not mistaken, our current speed limit for this track, if we have a little look, track speed limits, yeah, it's 120. That's 120. Now, this thing can go up to 177 kilometers per hour. Top speed, 177 kilometers per hour. So, it would seem to me that we're missing a real opportunity to create what is, in effect, a high-speed capable track. We should create a high-speed capable track so that we can get the fullest extent of this vehicle. Upgrading to high-speed track, as it turns out, massive pain. You need to upgrade each and every section individually, and that is irritating. What's the issue here? Let me guess. You're not able to get to where you need to go because you spawned at the wrong... You spawned at the wrong station, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Cool. Yeah, not cool. See if you can go... See if you can go over this way. That's fine. Oh, come on. There we go. Does that work any better? There's no route for you. There's no hope for you. There literally is no hope for you, is there? Oh boy. Look, unpause. That should work. Come on. Come on now. Right, you literally are just not having any luck, are you? Okay, just sell this flipping train. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Is that a diesel train? I didn't realize, but apparently it's a diesel train. Right. And let's go right over here. Yep. And let me buy, yep, a diesel locomotive. Brilliant. Buy 2 of them. What an idea. All right, great. And stick them right on there. Okay, don't think we should have any issues here. But yeah, I think this is going to be quite a good experiment. We're gonna have a much more regular service. You're gonna head to Upper Hemsworth. Okay, I'm gonna send another one to Cotsgrave. The Cross Map Express really is very impressive. You still want to go to Upper Hemsworth, really? If you could go to somewhere else, that would be great too. Oh well, look. I mean, look. We're not really that worried about capacity, I don't think. Oh no. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with having multiple trains running up and down the same stretch of track. Yeah, you should work now, right? There we go. Right, I feel like my signaling policy needs a bit of work. For sure. I mean, look, I can't be too disappointed though. I mean, it works. It works, right? It works. Yeah, there's got to be signals here so that we can have a crossover here. The Cross Map Express, does it use the same terminals both times? Let me have a look. It uses the same terminal both times. Am I okay with that? I think I am. Yep, fine, looking good. Yeah, nowhere near the max speed on these sections of track. I mean, I don't even know. It does seem to take the Zephyr a while. It does seem to take it a while to get up to the maximum speed, though. But then again, I've never really seen it engaged in proper speed. Yeah, you're going at 120 kilometers an hour at the moment. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get this entire area high speedified for sure. Absolutely, certainly, for sure. How are we doing food-wise? Not bad. Could be doing better, though. Could be doing better. Could be doing better. Yeah, really don't like how the trains have to slow down. That is not good. That is not good. But you know what? It's all a problem that we're gonna have to address in the next episode, because that is it for now, my fine fellow traveling friends. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. This has been Transport Fever 2. Thanks as ever to my fantastic Patreon supporters who help make videos like this possible. It really is tremendously helpful. It really is. It's just fantastic. Thank you very much to all the delightful patrons. If you're interested in checking it out, check it out. Link in the description down below. Any help is greatly appreciated. Tune into the next episode of Transport Fever 2. I'll see you then. Bye.